Hello seniors, Dr. S here. I know it's senior care night, and part of care is physical care. And so Mr. Faisal asked if I could perhaps demonstrate like a home workout video with no equipment. So I said, sure thing. Hopefully you're staying safe, you're still moving. All of this stuff you could do in like a hallway, or you could do in your bedroom, living room. A lot of my students will do it outside. Like I am right now. I have a little bitty yard. You know, we live in LA. I don't have much space. Even if you're in an apartment, you can do it in a hallway. So the first thing I want to show you is very simple. It's called a dynamic warm-up. And the dynamic warm-up means constantly moving. So you start with some big arm circles. As you work through this dynamic warm-up, it's really important you understand that I'm just showcasing how to do this. You might need to do this for 30 seconds, or you might need to do it for 10 repetitions, 10 times. You might need to do it 10 times. But the key to a dynamic warm-up is constantly moving and warming up all the muscles you're going to use. So today I'm going to show you a full body workout that you can do on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you could do it in about 20 minutes, and you just do one exercise after another for 20 minutes, and that would be like a minimal workout you can do to stay active. Remember, when you work out, endorphins are released in your brain, some feel good, happy hormones are released, and believe it or not, you actually grow new brain cells. So science has come a long way in terms of working out. And they actually realize that if you work out in your zone, meaning like you challenge yourself and your heart is beating the way it's supposed to, you will grow new brain cells. So that's pretty cool. Any of you trying to get into college, maybe starting a workout is the best way to get your grades up. So this is a dynamic warm-up, not a static warm-up. The last thing you would want to do is hold this 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually for the end of the exercises. And it's important that you understand that as we sit here and we're doing this, I'm just showing you generic things you could do to warm up your body. You could pretend jump rope. Okay, you could hop on one foot, hop on the other foot. You could do some old school jumping jacks. There's so many different things you could do. Basically, I walked you through everything I do in my class. Normally we do it for 2 or 3 minutes to get our blood flowing. That's also the point of the warm-up. Other than increasing your range of motion, increasing your flexibility, a dynamic warm-up is supposed to get your heart rate up. Okay, so there we go. That was our warm-up. Now I'm going to show you a series of exercises that you could do, most of them with just your body weight. But all you really need is some laundry detergent, or a water jug, or a backpack with some stuff in it. Okay, so just everybody has this stuff at home. You could also use a skateboard. You could use a suitcase if you have a suitcase. You could use cans of vegetables if you want. Anything that provides a little weight. The first thing I'm going to show you is called a goblet squat. Basically, you just take your backpack, you hug it. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple angles of this so you can see it. You want to point your toes kind of out in a V formation. Keep your back straight, keep your head neutral, and you do a deep squat like you're a catcher, and you come back up. So let's watch that again. I'm here, I'm hugging this. I go all the way down and all the way up. One of the keys to this is my back straight. Please watch my knee and my ankle. You notice how my knee and my ankle are kind of in the same spot they are when I start. That's exactly how it is. A goblet squat is like sitting down. A squat, you never want to put your knee in front of your toe. You always want to have your knee and your ankle in the same line. So I would do like 10 repetitions or 10 times with that. Then I'd move on to my next exercise. This time I'll show you how to do it with the laundry detergent. It's called a reverse lunge. Okay, so here we are. Just hold the weight in one hand, and what you want to do is you take a step back and then down and then up. Same thing, you notice my foot is in the same area as my knee. I'm not letting my knee go in front of my toe. So these lunges here I might do 5 on my right side, 5 on my left. Notice my back is straight, my knee and my ankle stay in the same spot. That's a reverse lunge. Both the goblet squat and the reverse lunge work your quads, okay, which is the front of your leg. The lunge also works your calf a little bit. So now we worked the front of our legs, we want to work the back of our legs. This next move involves a little balance, okay? And what you do is kind of stand like a flamingo, keep your back straight, you lower the weight to like your shoe, and then you come back up. And you could also do this with no weight. If you're just struggling with balance, this works your hamstring, the back of your legs. I'll keep my back straight, my head straight. I'll go down, touch my shoelaces, and come back up. And this works your glutes and your hamstring. And so that's called a one-legged deadlift. So we worked our quads, we worked our hamstrings. Now we're gonna work the lower leg, the calf muscle. And that's pretty simple. Just put some books or some stuff from your house in your backpack, or fill up your laundry detergent when it's empty. You wanna stand on your tippy toes, go straight down. Stand on your tippy toes, go straight down. You'll see, stand on your tippy toes, go straight down. Stand on your tippy toes, go straight down. You'll notice with all the exercises, my back straight and my head is neutral. Okay, so my head and my back and even my hips are pretty much in the same line. So that covered our lower body. Pretty simple, right? Not rocket science. Goblet squat, lunge, one-legged deadlift, calf raise. Okay, so I would do those all in a row and then I'd keep going. So the next exercise, pretty simple. It's for your shoulders. It's called a front raise. You take your backpack, hold it. You got your books in it. Your knees are bent a little bit. Your glutes are out. Your back is straight. Your head is straight. You go all the way up to your chin, all the way down. All the way up to your chin, all the way down. That's called a front raise. It works your shoulders. Another great shoulder exercise is called a shoulder press. My feet are flat. I press up and down. Press up and down. One of the key features of most workouts is your feet need to be flat on the ground. So even when I'm doing that goblet squat, my weight is in my feet. It's not in my toes. So many people, when they do squats or lunges, they magically end up on their toes. You want to be in your heels, okay, and your midfoot, all right, your arch. So those are 2 shoulder exercises. Next, I'll show you 2 bicep exercises. You hold your backpack, knees are bent, head straight, back straight, elbows at your side, curl all the way up, curl all the way down, curl all the way up, curl all the way down. One of the things that a lot of kids do wrong when they're doing a bicep curl is they like swing, okay? And your elbow actually is kind of like a door hinge. And so you're here, straight up and straight down. You could do the 2-handed version or this 1-handed version I'm about to show you. You could do it palm up or you could do it circle up. Okay, so I'll show you. Here I am, 1, 2, okay, and then the circle up version would be this. My hand position, basically that game you kids play with the circle, and my back straight, my legs straight, 1, 2, okay, and so same thing. All this, I would start out with 10 repetitions or do it 10 times in a row. So those are 2 bicep exercises. Now I'm going to show you some tricep exercises. Tricep, this might be a little heavy for some of you if you have this big of laundry detergent, but basically tricep exercises, you're here, kick back. Make sure your elbow is like a door hinge, okay? You're doing kickbacks. Notice how my back is flat. I'm not like arching my back at all. Next piece of the puzzle, overhead tricep extension. You can take this or take your backpack, whatever it is, elbows in, your head straight, you go all the way up, all the way down. And so what does that look like from the side? All the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. You notice the same thing there. A door hinge doesn't move, right? The door hinge stays still and the door opens and closes. Your elbows are that door hinge. So those are 2 tricep exercises. We went through quads, front of your leg, hamstrings, back of your leg, calves. We went through shoulders, biceps, triceps. Now we have to talk about your back, chest, and abs. So your back, one of the easiest moves you could do for your back is called a two-handed row. And so whatever you have, you just hold it with two hands. Feet are flat, knees bent, my glutes go back. My back is at like a 45-degree angle. Keep my head neutral. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Okay, so that is the two-handed version. And then, of course, there's a one-handed version. And so what I tell the kids to do, figure out which grip works for you with your backpack. Okay, but basically the one-handed version, you go into a deep lunge. So I'm stepping forward with this right leg. Notice my knee and my ankle are aligned. Gonna rest this elbow here, and then I'm gonna figure out the grip that works for me. But my elbow out and bring it up. Elbow out and bring it up. Elbow out and bring it up. And the same thing, I'm squeezing my rhomboids together. It's almost like your shoulder blades are pinching your spine. Okay, whatever you do for your left arm, you would then do for your right arm. So those are two moves for your back. They work your upper back. I know sitting on the computer all day, you're probably like really tense in your upper back. So it's really important to make sure you stretch that. The next piece of the puzzle is your chest. I know a lot of people struggle with doing push-ups, so I'm gonna show you a couple different versions of a push-up, okay? The first one I'm gonna show you, my students said, thank you for showing us this. Nobody ever showed us this push-up, and it's called a full release push-up. So I'm gonna try to get nice and wide. Remember, you curl your toes under your body, okay? You don't balance on your toes. My back's straight, my hips are straight, my knees are straight. I go down, rest on your belly, and then go back up. And I go down, and I rest on my belly, and I go back up. So that's called a full release push-up. The other version of it, pretty simple. Down, back up. Down, back up. But remember, if you can't do those even, you could totally do knee push-ups. And so let me show you that knee push-up. I think it's really important. I'm balanced on my knees. I walk my hands out, okay? And a lot of students start doing the push-up now. That's not correct. What you need to do is drop your hips. So your back and your hips are at like a 45-degree angle, okay? Then you go down and up, and down and up. Notice my head is neutral. From my knee all the way up to my glutes, to my abs, to my shoulders are all in a straight line, okay? So never do the push-ups like this. A lot of people do the push-ups like that. You actually have to drop your hips. Imagine there's a string on your belly button keeping you in that position. Okay, so you could do, you could start out with one round of those. Do that whole thing in what we would call a circuit and try to shoot for 5 to 10 repetitions. You need to figure out what weight works for you. I don't really know. You might not have enough stuff at your house that fills up your backpack. So borrow your little brothers or sisters, fill up 2 backpacks, right? When your family runs out of laundry detergent, don't recycle this, fill it up with water, and now you have 2 jugs. The last thing I want to show you in terms of muscle endurance is your ab exercises. And ab exercises, there's so many out there. I'm going to show you 2 very simple ones. My feet are flat on the ground. I keep my head, okay? Oh, sorry. I keep my head, my shoulders all together. I go up and down, up and down, up and down. And that up and down, you never pull on your neck, right? I'm trying to keep my head, my neck, and my shoulders all together. So that would be like a basic crunch. The next thing, the plank. Kids are really big into plank challenges, which is totally cool. The plank is basically the top of the push-up. And you would just hold this back straight, feet, toes curled, and on your hands. If you can't do that version, there's this modified version, which is a little lower, a little easier. You can start out holding that for 10 or 15 seconds, work your way up to 30 seconds. Then lower abs, you really got to protect your lower back show you a super modified lower ab routine. You take your hands and you put them underneath your body. Keep my hands are making a diamond under my legs. Under my back. And you go up and down, up and down. If that's too easy for you, you could do straight legs. Okay, but remember, you want to protect your lower back. So I just take my hands, put them together like that. Okay, last thing. I know some of your parents might not let you go for a walk or a jog or a bike ride or skateboarding outside, all of which is cardio. The best bang for your buck cardio is a burpee. I know that scares a lot of you, so I'm going to show you a couple modifications. But if you add these burpees in to your routine, they will help increase your heart rate and hopefully get you into your target heart rate zone, so you're burning more calories and you're actually becoming fit. Okay, so I'm going to show you the basic. This is for kids that struggle with movement. So you're here. You squat, you walk your feet back forward, and you stand back up. That's not even a burpee, but that's how you start doing a burpee, right? And so you could do 10 of those in a row. The next version is called the squat thrust. You're here, you kick back, you kick forward, and you stand up. So that's called the squat thrust. The next version is called an up down. So you're here, you go down, back, on your belly, back up, squat, stand up. It's an up down. Here's a burpee. There's a push up and a jump involved. And then there's something called a super burpee. Like a star jack at the end. So I start my class out. We do 5 sets of 5 of those. Idealistically, you need to work out for at least 20 minutes. So by adding the burpees in to all the other exercises, you'll be increasing your heart rate. Doing circuit training, when you go from the goblet squat to the lunge to the deadlift to the calf raise, shoulder press, so on and so forth. When you do it like that in a row, 10 in a row, 10 in a row, 10 in a row, we call that circuit training. Since you're beginners, some of you, I would start out, just try to do 1 round and do everything slow and correct. Maybe do 5 repetitions or do it 5 times, do 5 bicep curls. Then that was easy for you. Okay, do 10. That's still easy for you. Do 15. Dr. S, that's still easy for me. Then do 20. And those are called repetitions, but basically you do 20 of these in a row. Speed and tempo, slow and steady wins the race. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that should be your cadence for most things. I am going to also email Mr. Faisal a Google Docs with the name of the exercise, so you can have a piece of paper. How many days a week should you do this? A minimum of 2. It'd be better if you could do 3. 4, you'd have to plan, because you wouldn't want to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You would want to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. If you have any questions, obviously my email is pretty simple. I'll put that on the form as well. I hope you all have a good break. Remember, stay moving. Even if you only have a hallway in your house, you could do all these things in your hallway. You saw I didn't move off this little grid here. Have a happy break, and hopefully I'll see some of you in real life one day. Have a good day.